Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a pick a card reading that was actually suggested to me by one of you guys. And the question today is, how do I get out of this rut and break this cycle? So if you're interested in finding out, all you have to do is stay tuned. So we're gonna do this really informally, and I'm gonna freestyle pull some cards for you. You've got two options today to get a message that's more specific to you, more tailored to you and your energy right now. But before you choose these crystals, I want to take this moment to shout out that my spring sale is on. Everything on my website, promiseharmony.com/services, is on sale. You can live chat with me, you could hire me as your life coach, or you could get a video reading. You could get a talents and gifts reading, love readings, everything is on sale. I only do this twice a year, once during the holiday season and once during the spring, which is right now, where I put everything on sale. This sale is probably gonna go on for the next week or two or until everything's sold out. You can get your reading within 2 weeks. I will be delivering on time. You can get your reading within 3 days or same day. If you want your reading today, you can purchase a same day reading. All of that's on sale. You can email me if you need help choosing which reading is best for you. All the information is below. But please do not feel pressured to purchase a reading from me. This is only if you're really feeling guided to. Personal readings can be very helpful, of course. I'm a huge advocate of them. In fact, I just purchased a reading for myself because I figured it's that time of year where I need some guidance. But the best way that you can support me and my channel is simply just by liking, subscribing, and watching, okay? So you can choose number 1, the quartz crystal, or number 2, the snowflake obsidian, to get your message about how to get out of this rut, break the cycle. Once you have chosen, you can head down to the timestamps below. And if you choose number 1, we're going to get started right away. So for those of you guys who choose number 1, let's pull some cards for what's going on and how you can break this cycle and get out of this rut. So what is this rut? What is this cycle you're currently in? Okay, so a very powerful message is coming through. I just got this phrase that came into my mind, like a clairaudient message, right when I started pulling this cards. And it was like, you changed the scenery, but not the situation. I feel like some of you guys have gotten a new job, or moved to a new place, or have gotten a new relationship or something, but now the newness and the excitement has worn off and you're realizing, I'm in the same dang place I was before I made the switch. So you're just realizing, wow, I'm exactly in the same place I was before. And that happens in life. So you're realizing, I'm stuck in a rut. I'm stuck in this cycle. And here we have this wheel, this cycle, and this karmic lesson that you're going through. And I feel like this is a message talking about your power, like your energy feeling like it's being leached, feeling like you're giving your power away or you're giving your energy away, and you're not getting a lot in return, because this is abundance reversed. So this could be you're stuck in another dead-end job and you thought it was going to be better this time around, but the pay still isn't working out for you. It's still exhausting. It's still stressful. You still got the crappy boss and the crappy coworkers, you know? It also feels like for some people, this could be a relationship. Like you finally thought you found someone that was going to be different, and then they freaking cheated on you. Or they broke up with you and ghosted you, something like that. So I feel like this could be work or romance related, or maybe something else, your particular situation, but it's just the same thing over and over again. And it's causing you to feel like really attacked, almost like, what am I doing wrong? Like, why is this my fault? Like, how did I cause this? Like, I feel like you're taking it really personally. And maybe you're being a little hard on yourself. I mean, I feel the energy of the situation. It's tough. Part of it might have been created. Part of it might have just been something that was part of a soul contract that was here to teach you certain lessons, bring you certain blessings. Acknowledging your part in it can definitely help, but something that really wants to be acknowledged right now is how much strength you've had. Give yourself a second to send some light and some love and some gratitude your way for how strong you've been going through this situation. That is beautiful to me. Your soul and your spirit is infinite and is above this and is outside of this. And I feel like this is something you can definitely transcend, because remember, only you have the ability to shape your reality and your situation through your own thoughts, feelings, actions, and intentions. So this means you can change the situation once and for all. It's going to start with a thought. It's going to start with maybe some vision boarding or some ideas, some inspiration. And then you'll be able to take some action and follow through with the momentum to change it. Doesn't mean it's going to be easy. It could take time. And this sun here is making me think it could take a year to completely transform this situation. Are you willing to give it a year? Are you willing to give it time? Are you willing to hang in there so that you can transform the situation once and for all and not just keep trying for quick fixes that end you back up in the same situation? That's the real question here. So, how can you break this cycle and get out of this rut? Okay, so I see the snake here and it's reversed. And I'm thinking with this message, it's talking about because the snake here is like charming, devious, like the trickster. Obviously, we can't discount transformation, shedding your skin and all that. Reversed, I'm thinking it's a very positive message about like a bright idea, using the light of your inspiration to guide your way. Money seems to really be what you're thinking about here. And more money doesn't always mean less problems, but you could have real problems here, like mouths to feed. Maybe you need to move to a better neighborhood. Maybe you need to invest in something for your future, or maybe certain needs aren't being met. And so I feel like if this is a financial thing here, it's like you need to create some different ideas. Maybe you keep looking for a job that's going to provide you all of this when you might be able to, or maybe you're looking for someone to hire you into a position when you can simply just hire yourself. So this is about you being very direct and doing what needs to be done to increase this situation. So this could be, I talk about this on the channel a lot, this could be yard selling on the weekend and flipping stuff on eBay. Even if that feels beneath you, an extra $200,000, $500,000, $1,000 in hand is really nice sometimes. This could be signing up to participate in a local craft fair and selling your goods. Maybe selling your goods on an online craft fair like Etsy. This could be volunteering to do a little bit of nannying or babysitting on your time off, even though it sucks to like on the weekends go watch someone's kids or do a little bit of extra catering work or something. This could translate into some extra cash flow that could help your situation a lot. So it's like doing what needs to be done, and maybe coming up with some kind of idea that's going to get your cash flow that you can control. So I'm always telling people about flipping stuff on eBay or selling vintage clothes on Depop. And it doesn't matter if you feel like you don't want to model the clothes or something. You can hire some friends, be like, hey, like I'll give you $20 if you come over and like it takes some pictures of you in like these clothes and put them on my Depop, or drinks on me or something. And you could start a whole Depop. You could have an Instagram. You could flip your clothes. I know people who've done that and now like work from home full time doing that and are able to take that money and invest it in a bigger dream. Maybe this is you starting like your social media, so you can vlog or you can blog and you can start getting sponsorships and like taking that path. Maybe this is you starting some type of community event or organization, or maybe getting that yoga teacher license or something. So part-time you could teach yoga classes. If you're going to a group exercise class and you love it and you're able to go there a couple times a week, might as well get, hired to teach the class. So that way you can get your exercise in, you can make a little extra cash. There's so many ideas. So this is about you empowering yourself to do a little something extra or do something on the side that could eventually get you out of that stressful situation so that you could maybe work from home or work a flexible schedule instead of that dead-end job. So I just want to encourage anyone out there who's really considering this. I want you to know it can be done because I did it. I'll never stop talking about this. I worked a job for 13 years. I dropped out of college twice because I have really bad learning disabilities and I have trauma, depression, anxiety, went through narcissistic abuse, all that good stuff. And so it just made it really hard for me to like move forward in like the corporate world or the regular traditional work world. I wasn't making a lot of money and I felt hopeless about where I could go and I didn't want to go back to college. But I worked for 10 years at making an awesome portfolio for fashion styling and for makeup artist work. And I eventually was able to quit my job and work full time doing fashion. I worked really hard developing this YouTube channel so that I could become a life coach and do readings for people and make income doing that as well. And I have more plans in the work. You got to be willing to work hard. You got to be willing to hustle. And give your body and mind a rest when you need it to. And you got to be willing to never give up because eventually this will turn into something, whatever this little part-time thing is that you do. And the amazing thing about it is if you start on this new path with like this new little job or side hustle, going to your dead-end job will actually be more fun. Because every time you go into work, you know that you're going to get that paycheck and you're going to be able to use it to like get more supplies. Or to be able to drive into the city over the weekend to, work on the portfolio. Or you'll be able to use it to set up that website to sell the stuff you want to sell or to get the craft materials or whatever it is. So it's going to take time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6 years, maybe 3 years. This is not going to happen overnight. This is not a get rich quick thing. Every time I tried like, oh, maybe I could do this and like get some money, like quit the job, it took like 5 or 10 years. So you need to be realistic about this. This is the hangman. This is you need to hang out, you need to wait, and you need to not give up, whatever this little side hustle is that you choose. But you can make it happen. And like, what else are you going to do with your time here? Might as well use it to level up. Might as well use it to have fun. And you might just forget that this little thing that you're doing is even work. It might become something that you find solace in. It might be something that you really enjoy doing in your downtime, and receiving money from it and eventually quitting your day job is just the cherry on top, So I just want to encourage any of you guys that are here that this resonates with, that you can do it. There's so many opportunities out there these days for artists. Take advantage of the internet wherever you are in the world. Take advantage of your talents and gifts and your ability to make things and to create and to be able to come up with ideas, because that's a side of you no one can control. That's a side of you that no one can take away from you. So I'm on fire today, you guys. I hope that this message resonated with you. Thank you for coming to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Peace. So for those of you guys who choose number 2, let's go ahead and look into like, what is this rut or this cycle that you feel you're stuck in? And then how can you break free from it? So what is this rut? What is this cycle? I feel like this is a love thing. And if you don't feel like you're having any issues in love right now and you're feeling pretty good about your love life, or you're in a relationship that feels great for you, then maybe this pick a card reading, maybe this particular one isn't for you. But if you're like, yep, this is love, this is the cycle, then this is definitely for you. Yeah, I just feel like you've been brokenhearted so many times. You've had people that have mistreated you. And it's weird because I almost feel angry tapping into this card. It makes me feel like I'm angry because I'm thinking about, I can see how kind you are. I can see how you always put your best foot forward in relationships. I can see how a lot of this wasn't you like attracting it. You know how sometimes people will say, like, or in the spiritual community, they're like, you attract what you're vibrational match to. Like, that's true in some situations, but then sometimes there's just people out there that are devious, that are narcissists, that are toxic, or that will cheat on you, you know, or ghost you, break your heart. And it's not like you asked for that. It's not like you attracted like that. It's not like you created that. So I feel like you feel as if you're stuck in a cycle, and you feel as if you attracted this path, but there's a message coming out to tell you that you haven't. You haven't attracted this. There's just some crappy people out there. This is a world of contrast, up and down, hot and cold, dark and light, good and evil, you know? And I find it really interesting that you were drawn to this crystal, because the snowflake obsidian is actually to help block like dark energies or toxic energies, or to heal and protect you from stuff like that. So you must have been like feeling drawn to this crystal because like you want that help, that protection, that shield. You've had a lot of strength through this. And I do believe that there is the one out there for you, or like the twin flame, or the person that you'll marry, or the person that'll be by your side for life. I feel like there is that person out there for you, and I do see love in the cards for you. But right now, it's like you're kind of hiding. You're shrinking back a little bit from life. You're really afraid to put yourself out there in love again, because every time you do, you get burned. And yeah, I've many times. So where do we go from here? What do we do? How do we lift your spirits? How do you break this cycle? I don't really feel like it's about you breaking a cycle or getting out of a rut. I feel like it's, well, we'll find out what it's about. Okay, that wants to come out. That came out again. So here are just some tips to help you as you move forward in love. Let's look at it like that, because this is something you perceive as being stuck in a rut, but really, like, it makes sense that you've needed time for your heart to heal, that you've needed time to recover from all of this, okay? And this card right here is telling you that you're very close to moving past this energy. You're very close to healing your heart. Your heart takes time to heal. Being patient with yourself is something that you've done a very good job at. So continue to send love and gratitude towards yourself. What these people have done to you does not define you, and you are worthy. This is the rainbow that comes after the storm. It's my favorite card from this deck, of course. And something that's coming out is about you and your unique energy. You're very sensitive. You're very emotional. You're the Queen of Hearts. You're like the hopeless romantic type of person. You would love somebody that would cook for you and would treat you like the queen that you are or the king that you are. Maybe someone who writes music for you or supports your creative endeavors or inspires you or travels with you, lifts you up. And so I think this is a message for you about raising your standards or not being afraid to have high standards. Boundaries is definitely coming up. This is a card talking about indecisiveness. After your heart's been a little broken, sometimes we want to just be open to whatever comes our way. So this is telling you to pull up your self-esteem, pull up your confidence, pull up your worthiness, and trust yourself when you see those red flags or when you see those deal breakers. When you go out in the world and you connect with people romantically or start flirting with people or getting opportunities in love, if any of the people you start dating remind you of somebody from the past, that is a red flag. Don't be afraid to cut those people out. This is telling you now you know what to look for when it comes to a potential partner, a potential suitor. You've been working hard with your career and your finances and your stability and your personal growth. You've just been pouring yourself into that. And there's an acknowledgement here of like how amazing you've been doing in that path. But I think that, your guides want to see you, or your angels want to see you get back out there in the world again and date. And to be open to that. So this is talking about some type of institution, almost like joining some type of class or some type of group, being willing to take up social invitations, and maybe a gentle way for you to get back out there and dating again could be focusing on making friends first. And I think a really great way to make friends is by doing something that's like social. I made a lot of friends when I was working as a fashion stylist and a makeup artist, and there wasn't too much drama because the people that I was hanging out with and creating with, like, we were all focused on the task at hand. So there wasn't as much time for me to like really talk about my personal life and talk about my personal stuff that was going on. Like, I got to meet people that were acquaintances. Some of them actually did become closer friends, and we had this mutual love of fashion, of art, and of creation that like bonded us together. And like the friendship forged through something very positive. So this could be very helpful for you to join some type of class or some type of hobby, and to be open to connecting with people through friendship first. Because I see a little bit of isolation here. Earlier, we got that hermit card for you. And so this is just a message for you to get back out there. I don't think you're going to be burned again. You've made it past this time. Maybe some of this, I know there's people of all ages watching this, but for those of you guys who are like 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, keep in mind that if a lot of this went down when you were like 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, a lot of people around that age are, not everybody, but are, a little immature, still coming into themselves, a little self-absorbed, not sure what they want, indecisive. And so you're gonna get burned a lot then. I feel like you're growing, you're becoming more mature. Your dating pool is changing. And I think there's gonna be some better opportunities for you a little further down the path. Be strong and realize that you might not have created this. Accept it as part of your path, as far as realizing that you don't have to carry this burden of what people did to you or how they harmed you or how they mistreated you. You can let go of everything except for the lessons, the blessings, and the love, and move forward and right now in the future. Don't judge yourself. Don't blame yourself for the time that you kind of had to shrink back in the shadows to heal your heart and be that hermit. And know that very soon your energy is going to restore and you're going to feel like getting back out there again, and you'll be able to do it with a spring in your step and optimism, okay? And until then, just wait for that. Your heart will tell you when you're ready to get back out there again, okay? And I promise you it's worth it. There's an angel, there's a person waiting out there for you who's probably been through a lot in love as well and can't wait to meet you and will treat you nice and will treat you kind. Good people still do exist, I promise you, okay? I hope that this resonates with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.